Hello. In this first video on technique, I'm going to talk about the grip. So the grip that I teach is called matched grip, which basically means that both hands are holding the sticks in the same fashion. So the first thing I want you to notice here is that the thumb and the first finger are opposite each other. They're on either sides of the stick. This is really important because this is where the stick will pivot. So sometimes what students will do when they first come in, let's go over to this camera a little bit. The thumb will fall under the stick. This is really common. The thumb completely removes itself from the stick and joins the first finger underneath, kind of like holding it like a baseball bat. So I tell my kids, it's not a baseball bat, it's a drumstick. Keep your thumbs opposite the first finger. They're on either side of the stick. Now, if we flip our hands over, the remaining fingers wrap around the stick. Notice that there's a fair portion of the stick coming out the base of my hand. Some students will come in and they'll move their hands, will be up here. Like their thumb and their first finger are at the halfway point of the stick. We don't want that. Another common one, sometimes the students will come in holding the sticks way far back. We don't want that either. For general drumming, we want to be about a third of the way up the stick, with about a 3 centimeter portion coming out the base of your hand. So we flip our hands back over. Notice that the tips of my sticks are in the same spot on the drum. Some students will come in and they'll be on two different parts of the drum, or while they play, their hands are kind of going around to different parts of the drum. If you're on two different parts of the drums, you're going to get two different sounds. Very different sounds. So wherever you choose to play on the drum, put both sticks in the same spot for an even, consistent sound. Now, when I'm holding these sticks, I'm holding them in a very relaxed manner. I'm containing the sticks. There's no squeezing going on. That's another common problem with students, is that particularly at the front of the grip, the first finger and the thumb, they'll pinch. Now when they pinch, watch what happens. You pinch and my back fingers start peeling off of the stick. So not only are they risking injury, which I've had students come in and say, my wrists are hurting, you're holding the sticks too tight. So they'll be pinching, and then the back fingers don't work, and they're starting to get pain. So ease up there, just relax that first finger and thumb. They are just on the stick. Likewise, the back fingers, they are containing the stick. They are not squeezing the stick. There's movement in there. The sticks can jiggle around in my hands while I play. They're not so tight that they don't move inside my hand. They do move inside my hand. They are contained. See, that stick's not going to pop out of my hand because my fingers are basically locked, but relaxed. They're locked and not moving, but there's no pinching, there's no squeezing. This is super important. And something that's a challenge for a lot of students is to stay relaxed. So now I want to talk about the position of the back of your hands. So there are a few different grips out there. If you play thumb up, it's referred to as the French grip. If you play extremely back of the hand up, it's called the German grip. Or compromise down the middle is called the American grip. I just call it the natural grip because it feels good, it feels comfortable. So with this American grip, that first knuckle is the top, is pointing straight up. So it's not the full back of the hand pointing up, it's not your thumb pointing up, it's that first knuckle on the back of your hand pointing directly up. And with this position, the wrists work full. They can get their full motion comfortably. Now let me just add that when you are moving around the drum set, those other grips actually start to come in at certain times, depending on where you're reaching. So if you're reaching over to your side for your ride cymbal, my thumb's up, because that's just comfortably, naturally where it wants to go. I'm not going to force myself inward. So French grip is when you're kind of moving over to the sides, often you'll end up in more of a French grip. But when you're playing right down in front of you, the American grip works best. So there's some tips on getting a good matched grip working for you. And it'll pay off, and it's something you do continue to pay attention to as you're doing your warm-ups, as you're playing, especially if you're having some issues with pain. Definitely we need to pay attention to your grip. So I hope that's a help, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.